Hey everybody, Elizabeth here on the Dandelion Soap Herb Shop, and I haven't talked to you guys in quite a while, so I thought I would come on and go live and see what everyone was up to. I hope to be able to connect with a bunch of you. It's been a long time since I did a live, but I've missed you all, been thinking of you all, and just wondering what everybody was up to. I also wanted to talk to you about Echinacea and dealing with pain relief, cysts, and just telling you a little bit about Echinacea, which is our purple coneflower. And the Echinacea purple coneflower is for more than just sinuses. It can actually effectively treat cysts. It is really, really good for a mild pain relief. And just in case you didn't know it, Echinacea is also a mild antibiotic. So how is everybody? What's everybody doing? Say hey as you come on and just say, yeah, I'm into this and this is what's been going on. I've got tomatoes coming in, so I'm going to be canning up my tomatoes. And just wanted to talk with you guys and share a little bit with you on the purple coneflower, also known as Echinacea, and one of our very, very beautiful plants and natural herbs. A lot of people have Echinacea and they have it as a plant that is growing, and the flower blooms have started dying off now, and so now we just have the tops. But Echinacea is also really, really good for pollinating for our bees and our hummingbirds and different ones of our species to keep them healthy and feeling good. So how is everybody today? What's everybody up to? Has anybody got the purple coneflowers coming in and plenishing? Has everybody gone back to work? People planning to, for school? What's going on with everybody? How has everybody been? Hey, Frankie. It's so good to see you. I'm waving back at you. So you can talk to me, and if anybody wants me to bring you on camera, we can definitely do some camera sharing tonight if you want to. But I thought I would come to you guys and tell you a little bit about Echinacea and let you know what all it can be used for. So it's more than just for sinus relief. It can be really great for dealing with cysts. And when I say cysts, I mean those that are soft. They still move around, like when you press on them, they'll move around. They form. They'll have fluid in them. They've not hardened. It's just an eruption that's come up on the skin, and it's still soft, and you can still move it around and press it with your hands and stuff. Additionally, you do know that it is a cyst, so sometimes, you can try something at home and see if it will resolve it, and if it does, then they'll save you a doctor's visit. But there are other things going on too. With the purple coneflower, the Echinacea, like I said, the blooms have come off of it, and I'm going to take you outside and show you mine, and show you what it's looking like right now after the blooms have fell off. But it is just as nutritious to our bees and hummingbirds, pollinating and things like that. And we can talk about anything you guys want to. I haven't been on in a long, long time to talk with you guys. I used to come on and do lives regularly, but with everything that's been going on in our nation, I haven't been on here on a regular basis. But I am present and want to get back to doing lives with you guys and telling you about these herbs and all these wonderful, curious cures we have. I'm sorry, I got parched there. I had a call today from someone who had looked me up, and they are dealing with, they have been to Florida. They fell asleep, actually, on the beach. And when they got up, the next day, they had, like, these places on their body. They had these bumps and so forth that have formed on them, and it frightened them really, really bad. And so here it is, like in August. This happened to them in March. Here we are in August, and they haven't been able to get rid of it. Well, they went to 3 different physicians, and all of them were saying something different. Some of them had said flea bites. Another one had indicated that maybe it was like a contact dermatitis, right? Okay. You guys, as you come on, definitely tell me hey, so I know you're on here, and that way I can acknowledge you. So let me show you the purple coneflower, the Echinacea I was telling you about, after it's done giving its bloom, so to speak. So I'm going to show it to you. See how we have the tops of them. They still have their big bursts, and here are some that the blooms are just about to fall off. There's a small one down here with some of the blooms still on it. And this plant, you can take that, you can use the stems, the leaves, and the cone of the purple coneflower, also known as Echinacea. So a lot of us, we plant this in our beds and grow it, and not even realizing that it's a natural remedy and that it can heal us, and it has all these wonderful things that it does for us. The other things that I have out here, the roses have pretty much done away, but you guys know they're full of vitamin C. I've told you about them before. So if you're not using them in your tea, then you can at least use them in your bath soak, right? The bee balm, mandarin, is or manada. Some people call it different names. You can also use that. Highly potent, very energizing, and just a dab of dia. So a few of the blooms in your tea is very sufficient, and it's delicious. It tastes wonderful. It can be really, really good for you. Also, if you guys want to, invite people, you know, if you have friends or anything. Let me see what all I've got here. Let's see, I can add viewers to be broadcast. Let's see here. Let me pull that down, guys. I hit the wrong thing. Let's see. I am just doing a few here. To see if they are available. And we'll just see what all everybody's up to. And see if anybody wants to come on and talk to us. Hang out for a little bit. Get us a little bit of a crowd going here. I did tell them that I would let them know next time I was live. So I'm running a little bit behind. If you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I am letting some of them know that I promised I would let them know when I went live. So since I am on here, I am just hitting their names real quick and letting them know, hey, we're on here, and we are chatting about different things that are natural and healing for us. Okay, that should do it. Let me go back. Okay, so hey Bobby, good to see you. Thank you for coming on. And so let's get back to the Echinacea I was telling you about, the cysts. If it is soft, hey Dorcas, if it is soft and it's moving around and it's still soft, and this cyst has coming up, this eruption has come up on your body, and you know it's just been there for a long period of time, and it hasn't really worried you, but it's just there, and you don't want it to become hardened or stiff or, you know, calloused, then you can actually treat it. A lot of times you can take Echinacea, and you can purchase Echinacea anywhere you want to. You can get it at Walmart, Dollar Tree, about anywhere now, Dollar General, different places. And you can take the Echinacea. I'm sorry, I have a neighbor that insists on running his lawnmower like daily, every single day. So it doesn't matter what time of the day or what day of the week it is. He really, he has no couth. I am plagued by him. No matter what I do, he is out there. He is always running lawnmower. Um, he has horses next door, so he is commonly dragging the field. It was broken down, so now he's gotten it repaired, and he's driving us nuts with it. So just so y'all know, I'm going to go out the back door, and maybe we can get a little peace. But you can take the Echinacea. Now, if you take the Echinacea 2 to 3 times a day, I would recommend at least 2 times a day. Take it for, as you begin taking it, gets in your system, you'll start noticing that the cysts are shrinking. They're going down, and they're actually going away, and over a period of time. And it doesn't take a long period of time. I have treated cysts successfully with it. Also, if you have an onset of allergies or sinus trouble, you can take Echinacea, but remember, you have to give your body a break. So if you've been taking Echinacea for more than 6 weeks, that's why you're not seeing any effects from it, because you do have to give your body a break. So that means take it for a little while, and then come off of it for a little while, at least a week, and then go back on it. Then you're going to get better effects, and it's going to be more useful for your body and reducing sinuses, allergies, headaches, give you pain relief. And if you're dissolving a cyst, you just take your time. You take it, give your body a break, and then go back on it. So there are all kinds of things that a lot of people don't know that the purple coneflower, Echinacea, can do. But as I said, they are, hey Angie, they are dying off now, so you're getting, the blooms are falling off, but you've got the rest of the plant. And just know that they're great for your bees, your hummingbirds, for the pollination and so forth. And the antioxidants that are in it are just so beneficial, and the vitamins and nutrients that's in it, it's very beneficial. So there again, if you're looking for a mild pain relief, like a headache, and you don't want to take something over the counter, and you have Echinacea, take you a couple of Echinacea, just like you would Tylenol or Advil or anything else. If you are dissolving a cyst, take it twice a day over a period of time. Allow 2 to 3 weeks. If you're not seeing a change in the cyst in the first week or two, then you may end up having to go to a physician and having it lanced in order to drain it and for it to dry up and be removed, because the body is not being able to secrete it off quick enough. But you'll just see it reduce in size, and it'll just go away. It's so good to see all of y'all. It's been such a long time since I've been on here. I really had high hopes that, I would get to talk to all of you, so I thought I'd hit the invite and let you know I was on here. But I had been contacted today. I was telling them earlier I had gotten a call today. Do y'all see what I'm dealing with? This is my neighbor, him and his lawnmower. Sound like a gunshot, didn't it? Did y'all duck? Did anybody fall down? Just duck, just hit the ground. But he's gotten it running. It was broke down, and now he's going to drive me nuts. So anyway, getting back to what I was saying, I get this call today, and this gentleman had these places on him. He fell asleep on the beach in Florida back in March, and the next day he had these places show up on his arms and legs. So he's been to 3 doctors, and all 3 of them have told him something different. And so, of course, he was worried. He was really concerned because he couldn't get them to go away. They were getting worse. And I told him, because I first had to get him calmed down and let him realize, it's just, it's the stigma of it all, superstition, just get back to basics, calm down. As far as let's just de-stress and remove those concerns. So the main thing I wanted him to do was think back when these first onset, the first time he seen them, when they occurred, what had he been doing prior to that. And that's when he was telling me that he woke up the next day after having fell asleep on the beach in Florida and had these places on him. So I said, there's 2 things that we could potentially be dealing with here. So let me ask you the first thing. Since you realized the onset, they've continued to itch and they've stayed stationary in the one spot. He said, yes. And I said, so you have a doctor that's telling you now that they're eczema? And he said, yes, that they formed a contact dermatitis and he's got eczema. So he was calling me, because I specialize in treating eczema. And I told him, I said, well, no, I think we're dealing with two different things here, but let me just clear up the first one and we'll be able to go from that point. I said, you said you fell asleep on the beach in Florida. And he said, yes. I said, you probably have beach fleas. He said, beach fleas? He said, I heard one of them say that it looked like flea bites. I said, yes. Florida is notorious for having beach fleas. And they are like mice. They are just like a chigger bite. They will get up under the first layer of skin, in between the skin, the upper layer of skin and the dermis. And they will itch you just like a chigger. And you have to suffocate them. And he said, that just don't make any sense. I said, I know this is going to sound crazy, but we're very southern. I said, so if you've been in North Carolina long enough, not to be surprised by anything we say or do. He said, yes, that's correct. And I said, so this is what you do. You go get you some clear nail polish and you paint these areas and then cover them. Make sure they stay covered with a clear polish, but if you want to give yourself some assurance, after you put the clear nail polish on them, put a Band-Aid over them, and over the next 24 hours, it will suffocate them, and you will stop itching. They'll dry up, and of course, scab up and come off. And so, to make a long story short, it did take me a little bit of convincing him to get him, like he really thought because this has been going on for months. And I said, well, us in the South here, we'll tell the kids, be careful when you go pick wildflowers because you'll get chigger bites. And they will itch you like the 7-year itch. Now, mind you, I told him, I said, I'm sure they've already eliminated you don't have scabies. He said, yeah, they tested me. I don't have scabies. I said, exactly. I said, that's an internal mite and it has to be treated internally with medication. I said, but if it's like this flea bite is replicating a chigger bite, they're like a mite and they just get in under the skin. And unless you suffocate them, they're going to itch you and nonstop because they are digging around in there and it's very irritating to the skin. And I said, and they'll stay with you until you smother them out, so to speak. They're just going to irritate you and get worse. So, we have, to be continued on that, but he did feel better after I explained to him, yes, they can continue to bite and itch you and irritate you, and yes, this is, it's not uncommon if you, in Florida, to be bitten by beach fleas, and the reason why they're so awful is because they're like a chigger bite. They will get in that skin and they will irritate and they will keep digging and biting and irritating you. So, has anybody else ever had this problem with flea bites from Florida coast or any coastline? Please put it in the comments so I can hear if anyone's had this experience.